Good evening, everyone. Today is still Friday, February. No, my bad, y'all. Friday, March the 1st, 2024. I was on my way to pick up my son. Oh, well, stopping by to see him, right? Before I head out for a little while. And I rode through the hood, the ghetto, which is where I'm from. So I rode through the hood and I stopped at one of the ghetto stores, what we call in the hood the corner store, right? And I went in the store, came back out, was doing some, playing with my phone or whatever. Let's put that on that right. That's not, I like that. I ain't looking like no pimp either. I'm sorry, come on here with that pimp stuff. But anyway, I'm gonna step out for a little while, stop by to see my son. And on my way to my son's house, I stopped in the hood, in, the corner store in the hood. And if you're from the hood, you know what I'm talking about with the corner store, which is what we call the Arabs, or a lot of times it be some, Chinese people or whatever. It's never black people, but it's somebody on the corner store in the hood. And I go in, I bought me some little, what you call them things, little breath mints or whatever, bought me some of those. And a Celsius energy drink. That's what I like to drink, a sugar-free energy drink, right? And as I was sitting in my car playing on my phone, I see one of them little Mercedes pull up. One of them, what's the small ones, the E350s. Nice little, like woman-sized car that women drive, the Mercedes Benz. And the car pull up, as I'm sitting there, there's on the pump, on the other side of the pump I was on, right? You hear the loud, sound like Sexy Red, somebody playing, I think it was Ski, or some whatever. Y'all heard that song before. Ski. The song was playing loud. The windows had tint on, so I couldn't really see who was in it. The window was up, right? And you know that stuff they're smoking nowadays is so strong, you can smell it a block away, right? So even with the windows up, I could smell it. The aroma. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I gotta be careful what I say on here. So I could smell the aroma building up out the car with the windows up and tint. Right? So I'm just, no big deal. It's the hood. That's normal. Nothing to see here, as they say. I ain't paying it no attention. That's every day, all day. Somebody in a car full of gas, or that's what they call it, gas, or smoke, you know what I mean? And with some loud ghetto music playing. No big deal. I'm from the hood. I'm used to this. Not so fast. The door opened up. 3 little young white girls get out. Every bit of, they looked like they was in high school. 3 little white girls, and you might say, well, what's so strange about seeing white girls in the hood? They're in the hood all the time, but not these type of white girls. The type of white girls that's normally in the hood, it be those what we call the white girls that try to be black. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If you from the hood, you know what I'm talking about. You got white girls that try to be black, just like you got black people that try to be white, as they say. And so I'm like, why the hell all that weed, all that smoke come up out that car with Jim? And I'm like, and they playing Sexy Red. So when I'm going to the store, one of them pump gas, ain't now one of them over 19. I'm telling you, now one of them over 19, right? I'm going somewhere with this. So the one that went in the store, she come out with about like a couple of 12 packs or 6 pack, whatever beer. They finna get ripped. three white girls, right? So I'm thinking it's three white girls. I'm like, you know, white girl playing Sexy Red or whatever, you know, ghetto music, you know, the music that I was talking about earlier that's plaguing our community, the black community. The music that got these boys under a spell. So I'm thinking that's who it is that pulled up on side of me. But instead, it's some little upscale, not the wannabe black white girls. These were like normal, look like private school white girls. And as a matter of fact, on the back of the bumper, it says St. Paul. Anybody from Mobile know what St. Paul is? That's a private school. So it has a St. Paul sticker on the back of the car. I ain't gonna tell you what color the car was, just in case y'all might know these people from the school. I ain't gonna do that. I'm thinking it was just three white girls. One pumping gas, one got outside, threw something in the trash. The other one was in the store. So I'm thinking that's it, right? All of a sudden, I see the other door open, and a hand reached out the door and dumped the cigar. If, you know, y'all from the hood know what I mean when they dumping a cigar. They rolling, you know, some more of the paraphernalia. So they dumped the tobacco out the cigar to fill it with, I gotta be careful on here. But the hand that reached out the car to dump the tobacco out the cigar was a black hand. It goes deeper. It was a black guy. Black dude, hood dude, not one of them St. Paul black, I'm talking about hood ghetto dude, Tyrone, Pookie, Ray Ray, one of them. Pookie in the back seat, rolling up with three private school, upscale looking Mercedes E350, whatever you call it, white girls getting ripped. He wouldn't even got to pump the gas. One of the little white girl pumping the gas, the other one go down by the bill. He rolling up. He wouldn't pump the gas. I don't know he even bought it. So, where you going to, big boy? I'm glad you asked. As I'm piggybacking, like I told y'all earlier, I never know where my inspiration gonna come from for another video, right? I wasn't gonna make another video tonight. But once I saw that, I like, okay, I got to do this. And I'm piggybacking off the one that I made earlier about the young men under a spell and how the music is causing the issues in the black community, in the hood, in the ghetto, right? So where I'm going with this one is, that same music has now infiltrated, invaded the white community. Listen to me, white people. Y'all gonna have to join with us now. It ain't just us. Now, that trash that they're putting out on the airwaves, those demonic spirits that they're unleashing on my community, it's been spilled over into yours now. Now it's affecting, I don't know if y'all know it or not. Open your eyes, watch your kids, whether they go to private school, whatever, I don't care how much money. These are like little lawyers and doctors' kids. That little Pook Tyrone in the back seat, that wasn't his Mercedes. He riding with them. A guy once upon a time would have never been in a car with these type of white girls. These wasn't hood white girls. They were just in the hood. Deep in the ghetto. They in the ghetto ain't scared. Like they fit right in. So much so to where until they got out the car, I thought it was just a car full of hood dudes. No. 3 St. Paul's looking white girls and a Tyrone or a Pookie. Getting blitzed in the hood, the ghetto. And something else we've been having to deal with in my community. The Arabs will sell liquor and alcohol to anybody. You could be 12 years old and come in that store. That's what we've been having to deal with in my community. They come in the neighborhood, in our community, buy up all the stores, and then they push the poison on us. We ain't forced to do it. I'm just telling you what's going on. They will sell to anybody. 12 years old, and a lot of times we have reported it. And for some reason, they don't get shut down. I wonder why. Because it was only affecting the ghetto. As long as it was affecting the ghetto, no problem. But now we got a problem. Houston, we have a problem. And whether y'all know it or not, my white listeners and friends, that poison I was telling y'all about that's been pumped in the black community for all these years, that music, that devil music, it's invading y'all community now. It's getting into the head and poisoning your kids now. I just saw this with my own eyes, which I've been seeing it. But tonight when I saw it, the other few times I saw it, I had no YouTube channel. Now just seeing it fresh on my mind, I said, you know what? I got to address this. That same, it's spread now, like a plague. Like COVID, it's spread. It's not just in the hood no more. Now the upscale, suburb living white kids are consuming the poison that was meant for the black community. It's an escape to confines of the hood. Now, and it ain't nothing new for white people to come to the hood, to transact stuff. But there was always a certain type, the trailer park, not the doctors and lawyers kids. At least I never saw them kind in the hood like that, as I see them now. The private school kids riding around with Pook and Tyrone in the E350 in the ghetto. For some reason, like I said, that music make it seem like growing up in the ghetto, being in a gang, being a hitter from the hood, a thug, that music makes that type of life seem glamorous. They glorify the way kids, it sound fun to them. So now it's got into the head of the upscale, good neighborhood, good schools, good parents, white kids. They hearing it and it sounds fun to them too. So they coming from way out there in the best neighborhoods to come down here to the slum, to the ghetto, where people are trying to get out of, they coming too. The people that live there trying to get out. And here you are, you living out here in West Mobile, going to St. Paul or wherever you going. Dad a doctor, mama a lawyer, all this type of stuff going on. Gated community. 16, 17 years old with a Mercedes in high school. And you riding around with Tyrone. Getting blitzed. Listening to Sexy Red. Houston, we have a problem. My white friends, watch your kids now. The ghetto mess that was meant for us, just like the crack epidemic, it spread beyond the boundaries where it was supposed to be. That poison that they pump it through the airways on the black radio stations, the black TV channels, it's spread outside of where it was supposed to be contained. Now other kids are consuming the poison that wasn't meant for them. It was meant for my kids. It might sound strange to y'all, but for years there have been conspiracies and people trying to poison the minds of my kids. And every time they do it, it backfires, and it, like a fire, it burns out of control. They can't control the fire no more. And they still keep trying to do it. And every time they do it, it gets out of hand to where it ends up affecting people that it wasn't meant for. But I guess they call that collateral damage. I saw that tonight, y'all. And it stood out to me because that ain't something I normally see. Not me, which I don't be in the ghetto as much no more. Maybe it's plentiful now, but I don't be in the ghetto like when I grew up there, when I was living there. I was just passing through every now and then. I ride through, remind me of where I come from. And in a hood that I don't even hang out in no more, don't feel comfortable hanging out in, 3 white girls and a Tyrone in a Mercedes Benz, deep off in the hood ghetto corner store. I ain't worried about nothing. Felt like they comfortable around here. Houston, we have a problem. That ghetto culture has spread, invaded, infiltrated the upscale white communities. So now, with that happening, I'm hoping that this message will now bring some help to put an end to this mess. Since it's not only affecting us now, it's spreading to where eventually gonna be out of control. Everybody, kids gonna be zombies walking around here listening to that. Everybody. Not just our kids. Now we can get something done. I saw this with my own eyes, y'all. Them kids, they have no business in the ghetto. What are y'all doing down here? The type of situation where the police would have seen them, they'd have pulled them over on just suspicion. What are y'all doing down here? Because whenever you see that, you know it's something wrong going on. Y'all don't belong around here. Not in this field. What are you doing here? We know you up to something. It's one of them situations. You stuck out like a sore thumb. But they weren't thinking about none of that. They had to get to what they had to get to. So, there you have it. The culture, which we call the black culture, which is trash, the ghetto culture, it has invaded the white community. What we're going to do now? I'm open for answers, for solutions, for help. Until then, watch your kids. Get it? Got it? Good. Bye.